Hi you guys, welcome back. I'm going to make my version of my homemade taco seasoning. Now, I was going to do this, I got asked by Tom's Test Kitchen a couple weeks ago, and then lo and behold, Cat's Cradle decided to do it, and her recipe was fabulous. It's really close to mine. I vary mine. You know, I might not always put chipotle in there, or I might not always put one or two seasonings. It just depends on my mood and what I have available too. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to make tacos tonight, and I'm starting a series, so I hope you guys stay tuned and come and watch. I'm starting a series of videos on budget-friendly, stretch-your-dollar meals. So this is the first step. Tonight we're having tacos with the ground turkey that I made myself and ground and froze myself for 49 cents a pound. And so I'm going to stretch that pound and a half of turkey though into two different meals that'll be plenty for 4 to 6 people. So anyways, it's starting with this. I've got to make some, and I hadn't bought taco seasoning in so long that I looked today. It's expensive. Cat's Cradle was right. It's very expensive. Bear Prepper also makes this, and so I hope that, you know, she uploads a video too, because everybody's little version, it touches a different community of watchers out there. We don't all watch the same channel. We don't all have the same subscribers, so it's okay to let's link them together and stand tall, you know, and then the word gets out and people learn to be more self-reliant. This one's kind of a bulk recipe because I don't have to do this next time I make tacos. So I start off with a half a cup of flour, and it's just all-purpose flour. And then I do add some salt, but not really a lot for this amount. I think you need it. That's a tablespoon of kosher salt, a tablespoon of black pepper, and then I'm going to put my chopped onions. They're dehydrated onions. Let's see, I should probably get a spoon. Dehydrated onions. You know, Noreen over at Atticus9799, this morning I watched her video on pizza, and it was so reasonable, and I really challenge myself quite often to see how inexpensive I can make a meal. So what I'm going to do in this series for you guys, it'll take a little more time and I may not upload as fast, but I'm going to break down the prices for you as close as I possibly can to show you that you can have a delicious meal on pennies. I challenge myself all the time to see how inexpensive my husband and I can eat. At least, I mean, when the economy started going downhill, you know, you've got to do it, and then it leaves that extra money for someplace else to stock up on stuff. Okay, so getting back to the recipe, now I've got a half a cup of chopped onion, dehydrated onion, and you can break that up. You could actually put it into a food processor, but I don't want to, or a blender or something. I don't want to. I want those chunks in there. When I get taco seasoning, I always have that in mind, so I really want it in this recipe. Now I've got my homemade garlic powder. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. Oh, it smells so good, of garlic powder. Next on my list is serrano powder. Now I'm only going to put a teaspoon of that. Trust me, oh, you can smell that capsaicin. That's all you need. If I was going to do the habanero powder that I make, it would have been half or even less. That's why I don't use it. I mean, it's potent. I use it in a lot of things, but not that. So, and this is not my homemade onion powder, so we're gonna fudge on this one. I ran out. And onions, you just gotta buy a big bag of onions when they go on sale and do it. So in this one, I want 2, actually I think 3 tablespoons of onion powder. Okay. And we've got cayenne pepper. I'm going to do a heaping teaspoon of cayenne. That's not going to hurt anything. Cayenne is very, very good for you. It's good for your heart. It's good for your circulatory system. It's good for everything. And a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I don't have homemade like Cat's Cradle. She has a video out on that. She made all her own. Pretty amazing. Okay, and then this is ground cumin, and it is, as you can see, this is down to here. It's one of our favorite spices, and I've lost my spoon inside the jar. So we'll grab another spoon to retrieve the spoon. Okay, there we go. Pay attention. Okay, cumin, I want a good 3 tablespoons of cumin. I love cumin in Hispanic food. Woo, I got stuff coming up my nose. And then I'm adding chipotle powder, chili powder. I like that background of smoke. I don't want a lot because I don't want to overpower it. So I'm only going to put a really level tablespoon of that in there. And I'm missing one item. I'm missing my paprika. Oh no. Chili powder. Okay, we're down. I want a half a cup of chili powder. Half a cup of chili powder. And then I'm going to have to pause you because I thought I had 2 paprikas out. And I didn't. So I'm going to have to go into the pantry and get one. I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm back. I got it. I did. I just put it back in the pantry thinking it was an extra full one, and it wasn't. I need to dedicate a cabinet strictly to spices like this that I buy, so I don't do that. Anyways, so I want a half a cup of paprika also. Oh, and see, now we're talking. We're getting into some tacos evening. And I was going to do it with a whisk, but I think I'm just going to do it with a fork. Gotta be careful. You don't want to get the airborne too much, or you're going to end up not happy with it. Now the flour that's in there, I put it in there because I do like to add a little bit of water. It kind of makes it cling to the meat a little bit. You can leave it out if you don't want it, or you don't have it available, or whatever. You can leave it out. You can leave the onions out. You can leave any of it, I guess. I don't know. So you want to make sure any chunks that might be in there get broke up. And I always try to mix it as well as I possibly can, because I'm going to be taking this out tablespoon by tablespoon. For a pound of meat, I'm going to start off with 4 tablespoons. And you could start off with 2 and go to your preference, but we don't mind it a little bit spicy. And when I do the video for the tacos, I'm going to give you a money-saving tip. So I hope you guys watched that series of videos. Okay, I'm just going to taste it dry and see how I feel. You know, I've done the same recipe, and then next time I do it, it's not the same. Let's see if it needs anything. I do have some heat in there, and actually I can taste the cumin, I can taste the chili powder. I could actually use a little bit more chili powder, so I'm just going to finish off this. I was going to grind my own chilies and show you that method too, because you can do that. I'll save the container. I'll be saving that for when I do buy dried chilies and do them myself, or I dry them myself. And it really needs some salt. So I'm going to add some salt in here as well. a tablespoon wasn't quite enough. You know, salt really enhances the flavors of everything and helps your palate enjoy what's available. So I can taste most everything else. I just can't taste that. So another couple healthy pinches of salt. It doesn't taste hot. I do taste the smoke in the background of the chipotle pepper, which is wonderful. I like that. You don't have to use that. Okay. Better? That is really, really good. Okay. You know, I still feel like it needs chili powder of some kind. So I'm going to add some Pasilla chili powder. This has a little different depth of flavor. You can do this or leave it out. I'm going to add a tablespoon. It's got kind of a raisin, almost a smoky raisin. So a tablespoon of that in there, and then we're going to call it good for this batch. I like it. The nice thing about these mixes is you have a standard recipe that you can set down as a general rule and then expand on it. You know, this batch will last us probably 6 months. I can do a taco casserole, I can do tacos for a crowd, and it'll last us a long, long time. So that's my taco mix for tonight, and I'm going to get ready to make tacos, and you'll see that in the next video, and you can see if it came out or not. Alright, you guys, I hope this inspires you to step outside the box. Do something a little bit different. Be self-reliant. This didn't cost me much, and this will last us a very long time, and I know exactly what's in it. There's really nothing in there that's going to hurt my family. There's no MSG. There's no fillers and additives that I don't want in there. It's all good stuff. So I'm going to put this in a canning jar and vacuum seal it. So there you go. All right. God bless.